Hello, my name is Will Shephard, and I'm the author of Inside King Kong, a journal, published by Chaplin Books in the UK. Now, the story is about how I became one of two actors who actually played the role of King Kong in the 1976 film produced by Dino De Laurentiis. Well, how I actually got the job and what happened over the 6 to 7 months that I spent on the set at MGM Studios is quite a story. But it began even before that, and I'd like to read you a bit from the book to give you an idea how it all came to be. I still fail to understand how I wandered into my present circumstances. My fellow teachers at the small college where I'd been working were baffled by my decision to quit and cast myself headlong into the ranks of the unemployed. Why had I done it? To become one of the legion of hopefuls who follow the lure of wealth and fame, hoping to sell their faces, bodies, and perhaps even their souls in the gabbling marketplace of entertainment. After all, this is Hollywood. But months have gone by. Copies of my photograph and resume are now lining the wastebaskets of dozens of agents and casting directors. On many a hazy afternoon with the orange sun hanging motionless in the sky, I just walked the streets, wondering what prompted me to abandon myself to this self-defeating folly. Today, my legs ache with fatigue, and as I sit on a hard wooden bench at a bus stop on Hollywood Boulevard, I doze off for a few minutes. There is no bus in sight. Not even a second seems to elapse before I find myself standing on an enormous plain stretching to tall blue mountains on the horizon. I have the unmistakable feeling that something is stalking me, and I'm desperately looking for a place to hide. There are no trees or any sort of cover, only small straggly bushes growing out of hard, inhospitable ground. I lie down beneath one of these bushes and try to become completely immobile in hopes of avoiding detection. Soon I become aware of a gigantic presence. Its footsteps shake the earth, and its gargantuan form casts such a long shadow that it seems to darken the entire plain. It's moving towards me. I hold my breath. The thunderous footsteps approach, then stop, and seem to pause directly above the feeble bush under which I am trying to hide. My heart freezes. I daren't look up into the face of my pursuer. Suddenly, the gigantic figure moves away across the plain to the mountains, where it mercifully vanishes. I have been spared for the moment, but I am sure the monster saw me and is only biding its time before it returns. I awake with a start as the huge tires of the bus screech to a halt inches in front of my feet. How many times in our dreams do we fall, and from what perilous heights, only to avert the terror of our doom by opening our eyes to gaze on familiar objects, a lamp, a mirror, or a picture on the wall, and find rescue. Oh, I am a strong dreamer, believe me. I have traveled through time and watched bubbles rising from the ooze of a prehistoric lagoon. Silver bubbles, shimmering and dancing upwards in the black-green water, breaking the surface and revealing a pair of glassy reptilian eyes, unseen for over 1 million years. The bus door closes and the smoking beast draws away, leaving a lingering cloud of noxious exhaust. Perhaps I have always had a dangerous tendency to abandon the tediousness of reality in favor of the glorious phantasmagoria of imaginative voyaging. But since I ventured out into the harsh world beyond the protective walls of academia, I've been doing this a lot more often. After all, I've had plenty of time on my hands. Whenever I've looked for work in shops, bookstores, or health clubs, I have been rejected, and always for the same reason. I am overqualified and underskilled. I did finally get a job, though, as a driver for the Beverly Hills Cab Company, and I'm succeeding in supporting myself on the grime of the steering wheel and my passengers' fares. I have also attracted the attention of an agent who represents a variety of clients, including animals, children, variety artists, and actors, from a windowless office in a collection of commercial warehouses near Santa Monica Boulevard in La Brea. Heartened by my apparent change of fortune, I engaged in answering service for the privilege of calling in twice a day to learn that I am clear, an obvious euphemism for not being wanted. But then everything changes. I get a call from my agent that looks like it will set in motion one of the greatest fantasies of all time. And now, you'll have to get the book to find out the rest of the story, but I hope you enjoy it.